In this video, I want to do a quick look at this bag. This is the CT21 Plus, a custom bag from Cheyun Tactical that is codenamed Kemular. Now, as you know, if you watch this channel, I always have been a big fan of Cheyun Tactical. A couple years back, I ordered a giant box of a whole bunch of bags that they have and reviewed them. If you have been following them on my channel, you know they have evolved quite a lot since then. And this latest bag shows why this company is so good and the bags are so good. Now, this is not a bag that you can just buy on the website. I will tell you how to at least try to get hold of one at the end of the video. But let me just run through the bag. So I have just gotten it, and honestly, I've just taken it out once. So this is very much a first look. But just by, I'll take this off, just by running through the bag, I think you will appreciate why I like this bag so much. First, the material. So I'm going to move this a little closer, see if you can get the material on camera. This bag is made with Ultra 400X material on the outside. Now, I'm not going to go into a long discussion about Ultra versus Dyneema versus X-Pack and so forth. The way to think about it is that Ultra, especially the Ultra X, really is a competitor to Dyneema. It is a very high-end fabric, extremely abrasion resistant, and it's basically waterproof enough. I'm going to call it waterproof. And of course, it depends on the zippers. In this case, the zippers here are either, actually, I don't know whether they're AquaGuard, but they are the steel type that definitely are weatherproof. So for intents and purposes, this bag is pretty much waterproof. So Ultra, it's a little different from Dyneema in the way the plies are made of. One key thing is that it is made from recycled fabric, which is kind of nice, and it has a slightly stiffer feel to it. I think it feels a little bit more normal in the best possible way, and it is not crinkly, so you're not going to get that Dyneema crinkle even with the heavier weight Dyneema. So I like Ultra. This is Ultra X, and the bag is great. I'm going to start from the back. So these straps are really comfortable, and what they have done is they have lined the straps with Lycra, so both the bottom and around the edges. So it's soft, and more importantly, it is not slippery. So when you put this bag on, it just contours to my shoulders, and then it feels good. So that is a great idea. Back panel, very, very wide air channel, again with a nice foam in the back. Now, this bag, it's a CT21 Plus because one of the standard bag is a CT21, which is a 21-liter bag, and it ends here. It's basically a one large compartment bag with a, I'm just going to say, a Gorak style laptop compartment in the back. But what they have done is they have extended this bag out. So there's another layer in the front, if you can see. It is, I don't know, maybe an inch deeper or wider out the front. So there's a separate front compartment that is kind of like a mid compartment. So CT21 Plus, I think it's supposed to be about, did they say? I want to say 28 liters, but that may not be the case. So anyways, more than 21. And I really like the design. This reminds me of maybe the GR2 or the Evade. The Evade has a very useful separate front compartment, and I really like that. So this bag has the same kind of feel. What else can I show you? This front pocket. So the bottom pocket here is made out of stretchy material. So this is like the GWA Cylido, kind of one of the designs. Stretchy material, stretchy pocket up front, again, is very, very useful because this is where you're going to stuff when you're traveling. Gloves, extra stuff that you can just put in here. There is a full loop panel, and they ship with a silencer. Actually, I'm not going to remove it now, but you can decorate the bag. Now, this kind of stealth look, I think it's really nice. And then this is a admin pocket that doesn't have volume to it. So on the regular bag, this is all you get. And inside, if I can show you, have some pen slots and a pocket. So very useful. I use this pocket a lot in the regular CT21. But in this case, of course, there's a whole admin front here. Let me open this up to show you. Now this bag actually it comes with a choice of different color material. I think this yellow looks great. This is VX21. Yep, so the VX21 Federal Yellow, and it looks great. So this compartment is what makes this bag really useful, right? Another full set of pockets here, and they kind of went crazy with this. So there's a back pocket that is about, this deep, and then there's a zipper pocket, similar depth, and then let's see, a third, maybe 3/10, and then smaller, larger, and then bottom it's this much, and then elastic. So basically you can use this however you want. I have this set up so that my charging brick is here, cable is there, hand cream, glasses wipe, and then pen slot. But that's not all, because this thing has some thickness to it, right? It's about 1 inch, and if you push it out, it's a little bit more. You can put other things down here as long as it's not too thick. And then at the very bottom, it's going to be hard to see, there's a little pocket that is full length. It's about this deep. I'm not sure why that is there, honestly, because I'm not sure it's doing much. So that's questionable. And then on the front flap, there is a mesh pocket. I like this design because, with something that is deep, you can basically load stuff up near the top so that you can get to it without opening the entire compartment. So you can just reach in, all the admin items on the back wall, and then this pocket on the front wall. So that is the admin section. And then the main section, I need to actually open this. So these buckles, they are not fit lock. They are, I actually had to look this up. So these are actually Duraflex buckle that are magnetic, and they work very well. So the 4 of them, 2 on each side, releasing them, let me open the back up. Full clamshell mode. So pretty standard design. Put it this way, you can see it. Front wall, again, top pocket, not mesh, so that it can hide whatever is inside. The bottom has a pocket that goes in on the side, and it is one big pocket. So I think the idea is, if you reach in from one side, depending on which side of the bag, you can open one or the other zipper. I tend not to use this part too much in most bags with this design, only because it's kind of hard to get to. So the fact that they have the zipper on the side, I think it's good. You can reach in when the bag is half open. And everything is padded, by the way, so the bottom is very, very thickly padded, protect the item inside. Back wall is interesting. They have 2 loop field. I know a lot of people debate whether you want a laptop pocket here or some kind of pocketing in the back. In this case, they went for a loop field so that you can just not use it, or you can kind of kit this out with pouches. Now, because there is a full admin section in the front, I think this is a good choice, right? If you like built-in organization, use the front pocket and leave the back. If you really like to kit out your bag, then you can use the front as well as this area to fully load this up and set this up however you want. It has 2 stretchy bottle pockets. They're not very, very big, but they work. I love these because they basically give you an option to put small items that you want to just keep out of the main area. It doesn't have to be water bottle, could be other things like small tripods, whatever, small umbrellas. So I love that design. As you can see, this is the inside of a quick access pocket. So at the top. Let me get this on camera. Quick access pocket. Sit here. It fits my iPhone Pro Max in there, so it is large enough, which is really, really important. Let me zip this thing back up. Now on the side, there are again water bottle pocket, little stretchy with an elastic design. So a little bit like the new Evade design. It's not really big, so I don't think you can put a very, very oversized water bottle. So in general, the pack is a little bit compact, but for regular size item, that's fine. And then this buckle, of course, then will limit the stretch if you have it on. So I tend to keep this on. If I don't use the outside pockets, I tend to leave this one off so that I can get to at least the compartment without it blocking, because otherwise it will block the zipper. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, back panel, there is a luggage handle pass through here. So let me get my hand through it. So that's useful if you use a roller luggage, which sometimes I do depending on how much I carry. And then there are two buckles here that you can put in a webbing for a waist strap, which is not included. A bag this size, honestly, I don't think you need it. When I get a bag that has it, I usually take it out in the first thing. And I forgot to show you the sternum strap. So the sternum strap is not magnetic. It is a standard clip with a built-in whistle. So I think the fact that this is not magnetic is probably they want to have a whistle here, which is useful, but they probably don't have a version that is magnetic and has a whistle. And then this thing, of course, can be adjusted up and down the track here. The strapping, they includes a sewn-in strap keeper. So you need to figure out a way to roll this thing up and then get it inside the elastic. So I keep doing this already. Top handle, very, very useful. There's a little loop here, which is interesting. So you can use this to hook on something else. Again, little, very, very thoughtful design here. Is the bag perfect? No, I mean, if I really want to nitpick, I can complain about a few minor things, but it is just an extremely functional bag. So what they've done, obviously, is to taken different ideas from different bags design and put it into one bag. You can argue whether that's a good idea or a bad idea. I think it's a good idea because at the end of it, nothing is really unique to a bag. A bag is a bag. And the tricky part is to figure out what to include, what to exclude. And this bag just strike a really, really good balance. One thing that I forgot to mention about the Ultra. So Ultra, Dyneema, they are high strength, especially to weight ratio, right? So people like the material. But in a bag like this, honestly, this bag is completely lined with VX21 inside. So you're not seeing any of the Ultra material except in one place. So let me show you. Right, so the bag is fully lined, lots of foam. So the weight saving with the Ultra alone is, I would argue, is not an important factor. But the look, the feel, the weatherproofness, the abrasion resistant, obviously, is important. The only place I can find that is not lined, I think, is the inside of this pocket. So I'm not sure I can show. Let me just try to show this to you on camera here. Right, so that is the bare back of the Ultra 400X. And I think that's it. So I'm not sure you'll see that anywhere else. Oh, and I forgot another thing that is really great about this bag. So this bag is really feature rich. Laptop compartment. So I'm not a fan of the Gorak style backpack. I'm not a fan of the Gorak style, C-shaped zipper laptop in the back. It's hard to get into. It gets in the way. It is just not useful. In this bag, however, they have a side entry. Again, separate laptop compartment. So there's another inch or so volume in the back, and this is the pocket. So if I can show you, right, well padded, fully lined. Basically, there is a padded sleeve inside that a very large laptop can go into, and it is suspended on the back, foam already on the back of on the bottom of the bag. So your laptop's gonna be really safe, but more importantly, it is really easy to get to it. So open the side, reach in, and get to it. And the way this is set up also is that the backpack area is not included in the compression strap, right? So you can get into it without having to loosen the straps. Now, let's complain a little bit here. So I like the fact that they leave out the laptop space for the compression strap. I think I want the front also to be just the main compartment, so it doesn't go all the way to the front. The reason is this. In a way, it is good that it locks the zipper so you cannot open it without loosening this. I personally don't care, but what is bad about this design is when I leave this open, you can see because the tabs are here, the loops is here, these guys tend to go to the front, and it just kind of gets in the way in the front, and it kind of flips around. So I think if these things are in the back, it will push them at least flop around on the side instead of on the front. So very, very minor complaint. And then again, the other thing I at least puzzled me is that inside pocket in here, why there is kind of like a wide pocket there. I'm not sure how to use it. And finally, the minor complaint, only because this bag, obviously reminds me of the Citadel style bag from GWA, is they have a very small webbing here as a side handle. I think a bag is always nice if there's a side handle, which doesn't exist here. But those are really nitpicking complaints here. This is a really functional bag. A bag of this size is very useful, right? And so to me, I use my various versions of the EVA, and this is a good competition. My Citadel, this is again a great competition. The new Northseeker 27, especially from Greenroom 136, this is a competition. So all those bags are great. They're very similar. Each have their own design, very useful. And this one, I think it's entering into my rotation with those other bags as well. So this is a very, very quick look. I will do a full review once I actually use this for a few weeks. So how can you get hold of this bag? So as I said, this is a limited run. There's a Facebook group called CTactical Fan Club, maybe, and people on there put together basically group buy / custom order, and with enough volume, we place an order together, and then we get the bag. So this one, I believe, has 71 bags made, and mine is, let me go check, what is mine? Mine is 69 out of 71, so it's right here. So as you know, they have this nice tag for all the bags. Mine is 69 out of 71. So just got in. There you have it. The Kemular CT21 Plus. Once I use it for a while, I'll do a full review.